Ka-52M attack helicopters to China between 2025 and 2027. Not just helicopters, technology packages, training pipelines, tactical integration frameworks. If accurate, this is not a routine arms export. This is a strategic signal. Because the Ka-52M is not just another rotorcraft, it is one of the most combat-tested platforms in Russia's current arsenal, refined through years of operational feedback and battlefield adaptation. And if those aircraft move east, the implications will travel much farther than the helicopters themselves. The Ka-52M represents the evolution of the original Ka-52 Alligator, a design built around a philosophy that sets it apart from nearly every Western attack helicopter. Instead of a traditional main rotor and tail rotor configuration, the Ka-52 uses a coaxial dual-rotor system. Two rotors stacked vertically, no tail rotor. That design choice is not cosmetic, it changes everything. Without a tail rotor, the helicopter becomes more compact, more maneuverable, less vulnerable to ground fire striking a fragile tail assembly. It can perform lateral movement at high speed. It can fly backwards at significant velocity. It can pivot aggressively in confined terrain. In dense urban battle spaces or mountainous regions, that agility can mean survival. Powered by twin Vikhr 2500 turboshaft engines, each generating roughly 2,400 to 2,500 horsepower, the Ka-52M reaches top speeds around 300 kilometers per hour. Its combat radius of roughly 460 kilometers allows deep strike flexibility without constant refueling cycles. Ferry range extends beyond 1,000 kilometers. Service ceiling approaches 5,500 meters. These are not abstract specifications. They determine how far influence can be projected from forward bases. But raw performance is only part of the story. The M variant incorporates upgraded avionics, improved fire control systems, enhanced electronic warfare suites, and reinforced survivability features. The GOES 451M electro-optical targeting system increases detection range and tracking precision. Reports suggest improved radar capabilities, potentially including active electronically scanned array components, allowing better multi-target engagement and resistance to jamming. Armament defines its battlefield identity. A 30mm 2A42 autocannon with hundreds of rounds provides close engagement capability against light armor and fortified positions. Guided missile systems such as the Vikhr and the longer-range LMUR offer precision strike reach extending well beyond traditional line-of-sight anti-tank systems. With ranges reportedly up to 10 to 14 kilometers, depending on configuration, the helicopter can strike while remaining outside many short-range air defense envelopes. In recent conflicts, rotary wing aircraft have faced increasing vulnerability to man-portable air defense systems and drone-directed artillery. The Ka-52M's upgrades appear designed specifically around those lessons: better defensive aids, improved situational awareness, and electronic countermeasures meant to complicate targeting. Now imagine that platform integrated into another major power's force structure. China has invested heavily in modernizing its People's Liberation Army aviation units. Indigenous attack helicopters like the Z-10 already serve within its fleet. So why would Beijing be interested in acquiring Ka-52Ms? There are several possible explanations. First, combat validation. Platforms tested in active conflict environments provide data that peacetime exercises cannot replicate. Real electronic warfare environments, real anti-air threats, real battlefield stress. That operational experience becomes embedded into software updates, armor refinements, and doctrine adjustments. Second, technology transfer. If this agreement includes knowledge exchange on coaxial rotor engineering, missile integration, or countermeasure systems, the impact could extend far beyond 50 helicopters. It could influence future Chinese designs. Third, strategic signaling. A high-profile defense transaction of this scale deepens military alignment between Moscow and Beijing at a time when global power blocks are hardening. From NATO's perspective, the concern would not be the helicopters alone. 50 aircraft do not overturn the global balance of power, but alignment does. Defense cooperation between Russia and China has grown steadily over the past decade through joint exercises, coordinated patrols, and shared diplomatic positions in multilateral forums. A high-profile aviation transfer would add another layer: operational capability sharing. In the Indo-Pacific, where tensions around Taiwan, the South China Sea, and broader regional influence remain sensitive, advanced attack helicopters enhance rapid reaction capabilities, amphibious assault support, and anti-armor strike potential. For Russia, the calculus may also include economic resilience. Western sanctions have constrained segments of the Russian defense export market. Large contracts with China generate revenue streams that sustain manufacturing lines, protect industrial employment, and preserve research and development cycles. Facilities such as AESA progress associated with Ka-52 production would maintain output momentum. In defense industries, continuity matters. Skilled labor pipelines, supplier networks, and component manufacturing ecosystems depend on steady demand. But the geopolitical layer runs deeper than economics. Arms transfers are strategic communication. They announce alignment without formal alliance treaties. They demonstrate technological trust, and they complicate adversary planning. If Washington planners must account not only for indigenous Chinese platforms, but also for Russian-designed systems integrated into joint operational doctrines, threat modeling becomes more complex. Yet there are counter-arguments. Some analysts question whether full technology transfer would occur, or whether export variants would include downgraded components. Others point out that integrating foreign systems into existing command architectures can be technically challenging and time-consuming. There is also the matter of optics. Both Moscow and Beijing understand that overtly aggressive military signaling can trigger counterbalancing coalitions. The line between deterrence and escalation is narrow. So what does this potential deal truly represent? It represents a continuation of a broader pattern, the gradual knitting together of defense capabilities among states that share skepticism toward Western-led security architectures. It reflects a world shifting toward multipolar alignments, where technology flows not only westward, but across new strategic corridors. And it forces NATO strategists to reassess assumptions about industrial isolation. Sanctions were designed to constrain military export momentum. A major helicopter transfer suggests that alternative markets remain viable. At the tactical level, the Ka-52M is optimized for close air support, anti-armor strike, reconnaissance coordination, and network-centric operations. In modern warfare, the line between manned platforms and drone support is increasingly blurred. Helicopters no longer operate alone. They operate as nodes within sensor networks. If those nodes multiply across Eurasian theaters, strategic geometry changes. But perhaps the most significant factor is psychological. Defense announcements reshape perception. They influence how allies view each other's resolve. They test alliance cohesion. When one bloc appears to deepen cooperation, opposing blocs must decide whether to respond symmetrically, asymmetrically, or diplomatically. This is where the phrase, "NATO was not expecting this battlefield transfer," gains weight. Not because intelligence agencies were unaware of growing ties, they undoubtedly track such developments, but because the tempo and scale of cooperation may exceed previous forecasts. The Arctic, Eastern Europe, the Indo-Pacific, these are not isolated theaters. They are interconnected pressure points within a larger system. When technology flows from one theater to another, lessons learned in Ukraine could theoretically inform tactics in the Indo-Pacific. Conversely, industrial resilience built through Asian partnerships could reinforce production stability affecting European dynamics. Everything connects. Still, caution is necessary. Leaks require verification. Media amplification can distort scope. Defense deals often evolve in stages, with options, phased deliveries, and conditional clauses. But even the discussion of such a transfer signals intent. Intent matters. As of early 2026, global security architecture is entering a period defined less by sudden shocks and more by steady, incremental realignments. This potential